Gold is holding on to modest gains Thursday as investors continue to digest what some have described as a hawkish tone from the U.S. Fed. February gold futures last traded at $12.55 an ounce, up about 0.5% here. Bill Baruch, president of Blue Line Futures, joins us today. Bill, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me on again.
So, Bill, could we see gold continue to push higher here as doubts remain over the Fed's projected 3 rate hikes in 2018? How do you see it?
I'm not ready to say that gold's going straight up from here. I think we're going to start this bottoming process, or I think it's already begun. I would like to see, if someone hasn't bought, wait for a little pullback. 1247, 1250 is the support I'm looking at. But really, this whole bottoming process needed to break down below the 200-day moving average about a week ago, and we've seen a nice shift in the commitment of traders where the long position has gone through a cleansing of about 33%. So now we've started this bottoming process, and I think we're going to see that come into around Christmas time. We'll find a bottom.
So, you have said you are buying and like buying gold ahead of the new year. So what's your strategy here? Obviously, gold's a buy for you now.
Yeah, so there's two things I'm looking at. First, just simply put, that January and 9 out of the last 12 Januaries have finished positive for gold. And then getting a little more specific, if you buy gold December 23rd and hold through January 11th, it is 13 out of the last 15 years that you've made money on the trade, and it's averaged $27. So I like this trade. I think it's a very seasonal time to buy gold and look to really, I'm looking for more of a fundamental backdrop behind it too. So I think this thing could run a little further than just January.
Bill, I had one analyst on before you that said he just found there was too much damage done on the charts for gold and silver last week to be convinced here. So you're not worried by that?
No, I'm not. And I'm really watching the commitment of traders. What we've seen here heading into last week before that drop, the previous commitment of traders showed that there was about 200,000 speculative long positions, and there was only about 10,000 speculative short positions, so at a ratio of 20-1. Now, that ratio below the 200-day moving average, we start to see the longs liquidate and the sellers sell low. So we've seen that change by about 33%, and I expect more on tomorrow's commitment of traders release. So I think you look at the pendulum already swing. People have already sold, and I don't think there's going to be a lot more selling to go. So that's why I'm being cautious. I think you can find the market, find some good support around 1247, but ultimately I'm prepared to buy even down to 1225 as this bottoming process occurs. Yeah, we had a strong retail sales read today, but at the same time, I think the Fed's message yesterday is going to start to become more dovish moving forward with 2 dissenters, and that's the first time we've seen 2 dissenters this year. And then you did mention silver. Silver, I'm a little more downbeat on. I want to see it close back above 17, but really back above the 200-day moving average at 1720 now in order to really reinvigorate me about silver.
You just brought up silver, and I'm happy you did. Let's talk about those other forgotten metals, platinum and palladium, for a second here. How do you see them?
I think palladium is going to be it's going to have a great year in 2018. It's having right now heading for another strong week to finish. And at about 10:30, it's breaking out. And I think we can go test its new or its all-time high about 1090. I think platinum is going to follow gold with a strong January, and palladium. We've seen really decent to good growth out of China, though some of the numbers haven't been so great this week. Last week, the trade balance data showed very strong imports and exports, so they had a really good trade balance read. But I think growth around the world, growth in Europe, growth in China, and other parts of Asia are going to really help these base metals as well as other demand in other industries.
Bill Baruch, thank you so much for your thoughts.
Thank you for having me on again.
And happy holidays. And thank you for watching. We'll have more as part of our Outlook series, so be sure to stay tuned.